Hello everyone, it's Maria here. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite skincare type of product, and that is oils. And specifically, I want to talk about how much money should you be paying for a facial oil? There are some ridiculously priced oils out there, and I've fallen down the rabbit hole of looking into these ingredients and wondering, like, what is in there? Why is this brand charging $780 versus another brand that's charging maybe $40, $50, or $80 for their face oil? So if you want to hear my tips and insights on what you should be looking for when purchasing a face oil, and if you should be spending, if you should be splurging on a face oil, then let's do it. Okay, so I want to take a second and review what a face oil should be doing for you. There are so many oils out there, so much different packaging, and there are different products that are completely oil-based. So what is it that oils do for us, right? So number one, you could be using an oil, completely oil-based product, as the first step on your skincare. And you could be cleansing your skin, removing all the makeup, and doing that with an oil product. Number two, you could be treating a concern on your face with a face oil. For example, you could have a face oil that has active ingredients that is, tackling for you concerns of aging, boosting collagen production, etc. And number three, you could be using a face oil as a moisturizer. You could be using, your favorite face oil. Maybe it has an essential oil blend, and you could be using that all over your face as the last step of your skincare routine to moisturize and seal in that moisture on your face. So there are facial oils like La Prairie, caviar oil. I want to say this correctly. It's the skin caviar oil. This is $780 Canadian for, I believe it's 30 mils. Okay, so there are some ridiculously priced oils out there like this one, making all these claims of what they're including in there. La Prairie is fancy, luxurious brand. Is sold in high-end department stores, and they have a proprietary blend. They claim that they use caviar in there, caviar oil. I seriously, I would be expecting to see the entire fish for that much, $780. It just blows my mind. They also contain some retinol, and then yes, of course, the caviar is like down the list somewhere in the middle. But when you look at ingredients, and I want to focus on this one first, when you're looking at the ingredients of an oil, have a look and see what are the first ingredients in there. They're claiming that it's caviar, or perhaps they're claiming that it's black rose as the also expensive Sisley oil here. This is the black rose oil, which retails for $335 Canadian dollars. And the ingredients are really important because seriously, like, what are you paying for? Okay. If you're looking for an oil that is going to moisturize your skin as the last step in your, skincare regimen, or you're looking for an oil perhaps to cleanse your skin, right? You could be doing that with so many different oils that are wonderful for your skin. Rosehip, jojoba, argan. There's so many beautiful oils out there. But these high-priced oils are claiming that they have these super rare ingredients, maybe proprietary ingredients that's very hard to know what's in there. It's kind of like fragrance. You will never be able to get a full glimpse into that formulation, I guess, if it's a proprietary blend. And the ingredients are important because that's what adds the value to that product, right? I remember a very long time ago when I worked for Makeup Forever, the packaging was so simple. This is before Makeup Forever kind of went mainstream. It was like predominantly for artists. And to tell you the truth, I really didn't care what the packaging looked like. I wanted like the bold eyeshadow that gave a pop and lasted all day. So that's what I was looking for. A lot of, artists and experts in the field don't really care about how fancy the packaging is. I'll get to that a little bit later. But it's the ingredients. Is this product amazing on the skin? Does it last? Does it give you some actives? So if you're not paying for actives in an oil, for example, the Sisley Black Rose oil that that retails for $355 doesn't have any actives in it. It's like squalane, plum oil. There's no like vitamin C, there's no retinol. There are not really any active ingredients in there. But again, this is a high-end brand, a luxurious brand from Paris. So definitely you're paying for that. So for the ingredients, if it's telling you that it contains camellia oil, for example, this Tatcha cleansing oil, you need to make sure that there is camellia somewhere in the ingredients. That makes sense, right? Camellia in this ingredient, in this product here, the one-step camellia cleansing oil is the 5th ingredient. This is a rinse-off oil. So although it seems like the one step makes it look like a one step, it's camellia. Oh, I'm just cleansing with camellia. Camellia oil would not rinse clean. So you got to wonder what the first ingredients of the formulation are. So if you want to be getting the omega-6s, the omega-9s, so the fatty, acids, from the natural oils, you got to make sure that the formulation is giving you what it's claiming. And when big brands like La Prairie or Sisley are charging this much money, it does make it seem like they're selling something that nobody else has. But then you look at their formulation, more closely, and you see that it contains preservatives. This is for the La Prairie oil. It contains, BHT, which is a preservative which I would never use or carry in anything. It also contains synthetic fragrance, which is problematic because this is also an oil that contains retinol, so it can be very sensitizing. And also it contains color. They're using violet too, which is color for this $780 oil. And I would seriously not want those ingredients in there in the $30 oil. So it's really important for you to look into the ingredients and really understand what they're claiming and if that's what they're giving you. It was seriously so difficult to go and get the ingredients for these high-end oils I mentioned because they're not easily, communicated or found. I had to do a lot of research online just to find out what was in there. You cannot even get this information from the brand's website itself. So definitely the transparency is not there. I'm not sure if that makes it a little bit more mysterious and if that makes you want to buy it. I don't know. Let me know if that's what it is. I don't like not knowing what's in there. You're selling something. I want to see what the ingredients are. And with the ingredients as well, they kind of, try to highlight the key ingredients, and sometimes the key ingredients are not even the main ingredients of the product. So the composition of the product is not in the main ingredients, the key ingredients that they're trying to highlight for you to distract you. Great, these are the key ingredients. Fantastic. Now show me everything else that you're putting in there. And the other thing that I love in a face oil, like a clean, natural brand, of course you could have a completely unscented, like straight up blend of some of your favorite carrier oils. You could do argan, jojoba, rosehip, whichever one is that gives you, that glow on your skin, the one that absorbs the fastest. Everybody's skin is a little bit different. So, if a heavier, richer oil like rosehip doesn't work for you, you could try something a little bit lighter like argan or jojoba. There's so many options out there. The thing I wanted to say about that, and I didn't mean to call it plain because a lot of people are sensitive to essential oils, is that essential oils, there are some very precious essential oils that are, more expensive, a little bit harder to extract, and that can definitely raise the price of the face oil. I have done a video on my favorite anti-aging essential oils. I'm going to link it here for you and also in the description. And for that video, I chose 3 that are my top favorite for their anti-aging benefits. However, there are so many small brands in Canada, and throughout my journey of exploring what we make locally, I have found so many beautiful brands that pour their heart, their soul into what they do. And they use some amazing essential oil blends for the skin, which have a beautiful aesthetic experience. You get the aromatherapy benefits out of it, and also the benefits of the essential oils on your skin. And one of these brands is a smaller brand. It's important to highlight the smaller brands because they're doing so many amazing things. Just because a luxurious brand is deciding to charge $780 for their oil, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily that much better better. It's just their positioning in the industry, the fancy packaging that they're paying a lot of money for. And that's what it is. And going back to the makeup brand I used to work for, when you finish the compact, I'm hoping it's refillable, but a lot of that stuff is discarded, right? So really, from a young age, I was really appreciative of what went into the product. Please do not blind me or distract me with your gold label and your gold product, because once I'm done with that, I'm going to discard it. And it's really what's inside that matters. So the small brand out of Nova Scotia, so it's on the east coast of Canada, is Blooming Wild Botanicals. And I've been recently using their Immortelle facial elixir. And this little bottle, very simple, label, classic amber bottle with the little, pump to get the oil out. But like, look at this color, the color of the oils. And I did some research into the ingredients, and the smell is amazing. And of course, it's all essential oils. And the reason it's called Immortelle is because it has the Immortelle blend of essential oils, which is composed of some of the like rarest and richest oils for the skin, including frankincense, which is one of my favorites, rose, helichrysum. So Immortelle, an essential oil blend, has benefits to the skin. And, looking into some of these other really high-end oils, some of them do not contain any essential oils. And if you're sensitive to those, please, kind of ignore my, excitement about the essential oils. I absolutely love them. And I have seen tremendous benefits on my skin the last 5-6 years that I've been using them. But blends like this are formulated to protect and nourish dry skin while helping to reduce the visible signs of aging. Back to that video that I did with the essential oils, I talked about them separately, but you can of course get a facial oil that has a blend such as this, okay? And the Helichrysum italicum is actually a very rare and precious oil that comes out of Corsica. So it's a yellow flowering plant that grows in that area of the world. So pay attention to, the price point, of course, of the oil, but then what are the rare, maybe active, and kind of precious ingredients that are putting in there. Do not be blinded by the bottle, my friends. The second thing that I think contributes, of course, to the higher price point of some oils is the, aesthetic experience. It's the look, the feel of the product itself, but also the bottle. So I mentioned with La Prairie, they have these like beautiful like gold packaging. I don't even want to know how much the packaging is. It's such a crazy way to like blind a consumer in purchasing the packaging and not really the amazing goodness that's inside the bottle. So how does the product smell? How does it feel on your skin? How does it look when you put it in your cabinet? How does it look sitting there? For some consumers, that matters. But I'm hoping, if you're following me, that you're not one of those consumers. You're actually the type of consumer that cares what goes inside, right? You care, what your cleansing oil is made out of. You want, the goodness of the oils. I mean, like the color, right? Even that contributes to the aesthetic experience. This one here is a little bit green because of the blue tansy, but and then after that, like when you smell it, that creates a mood. This is very important. People will pay, as we have already noted, $780 for that aesthetic experience. But it's so sad to know that what they're smelling is actually synthetic fragrance. What they see on their skin is not the beautiful like glow of these oils. It's not. It's actually violet too. I already listed that before, right? That product, the Prairie oil, the facial oil, has violet too, which is a color in it. So this is all contributing to your aesthetic experience and like relationship with the product. But that's amazing, that happens. But it's also your skin. It's your skin that should be experiencing that goodness. So unless I can take like the gold packaging and rub it on my skin, really, I'm not the type of consumer that cares what that looks like when it's sitting on my cabinet. If you are, one of those consumers, amazing. If you have $780 to spend on a 30 ml oil that contains preservatives, synthetic fragrance, and color, go ahead. That's, if that makes you feel amazing, that's amazing for you, all right? But I'm here to highlight the fact that there are so many smaller, wonderful brands out there that do oils just right, and the price point is reasonable. There are more expensive oils that contain retinol or contain like vitamin C. Of course, this would be a little bit more because they contain those actives in there. But again, think of that experience of the product, and most importantly, the experience on your skin. I have been using these small brands for the last 6 years. I started my business in 2018 and I was on board before that. And I'm 47 years old, 47, yes, 48 at the end of the year. And I have loved every moment of using these beautiful oils on my skin. You should not be paying $780, but getting something that is about 30, 40, and it's about 60 ml, that's double the amount, that's going to look, smell, and make your skin amazing. That's where your money should be going. And if that aesthetic experience is important to you, have a look at some of the smaller brands. I'm such a big, supporter of the small brands, but there are some small brands that are doing beautiful things that are also, sustainable. I love the packaging for the eye roller. It's an oil as well by, Blooming Wild Botanicals. They have the instructions inside. Very cute packaging. And I have never seen an eye roller as cute as this. This is a complete oil blend. Looks almost like a cute little nail polish, gold label. And it's an eye roller that you kind of just put under your eyes with a beautiful straight up oil blend that's going to, hydrate, moisturize, soothe your eyes, and gives you also a little bit of a massage with the little roller ball here. This restorative eye oil has rosehip oil and extract. It also has the Immortelle essential oil, which is going to help, depuff. It's going to help hydrate the area, reduce fine lines, any dryness. I used it before I did my makeup today, and everything looks and feels amazing. So if you want a little bit more of an, aesthetic experience and something special to pick up to have in your cabinet, a small brand can also contribute to that aesthetic desire that you have in skincare. Just because the product is $28 Canadian, it doesn't mean it's not beautiful or just as efficacious, for the skin. And before you spend your hard-earned cash on a super expensive oil, think about the efficacy. How well is it working on your skin? Do you want something with synthetic fragrance, color, all of that? Is that doing anything to your skin? It's not, but you're paying for these ingredients in a lot of these expensive formulations. So should you be investing a lot of money in an oil, like hundreds of dollars? I would say definitely not. The small brands produce oils with much, simpler ingredients. When it comes to an oil and you want a straight up oil formulation, that's what we're talking about. When you want actives, that's a completely different story, right? You need to look for an oil formulation, I guess, that either has the retinol or the vitamin C. But when it comes to these like beautiful skincare oils that now we are all like raving about, and there's so many different skincare oils for this and for that and for the eyes. I remember when I first started and people were freaked out by oils. However, now they're everywhere and everyone is trying to cash in. So efficacy, how does it make your skin look? How does it make your skin feel? Is it reducing the dryness, the, fine lines? As I mentioned, I am a huge lover of oils, have always been. And I, was always very disappointed to hear that people were scared of the oils because they deliver all the good fats. A lot of them have antioxidants, like this oil, the Immortelle oil, also contains cranberry seed. You need to look into the ingredients and find an oil that's giving you all the skin benefits, the anti-aging benefits, the rosehip, the argan, the squalane is giving you vitamins. Those ingredients are packed with vitamins. It's giving you the antioxidants. They protect your skin from environmental stressors. They protect your skin from environmental damage like sun damage, right? Not that they are SPF, okay? Let's not get confused here. But they have powerful emollient properties. They are protective. They are skin smoothing. They are excellent moisturizers. So you can do away with a lot of the other products if you love oils and you want to splurge a little bit, meaning let's not go crazy, like, even something up to 80, I think you can have a nice oil that contains also some actives. Be careful with those. I have some other videos on how to use actives for your skin, especially if you're sensitive. I'm going to link that below. But you want to have some of those ingredients that everybody's raving about, the antioxidants, the vitamins A, like A, C, E, K, from something simple like cranberry oil, right? This one actually also contains the coenzyme Q10, which I carry a lot of oils in my store. I haven't seen another oil before. So again, ingredients are so important, but you need to decide what you want to do with the oils. If you're splurging, and you're spending $100 for an oil cleanser, please don't. Like this one here by Tatcha, something small like this is about, how much was it? Actually, the bigger size is about $70 for 150 ml bottle. Do you need to have something that expensive when you're going to rinse it and, it's going to go down the sink? I would splurge the $68, $70 on a nice oil that, stays on my skin. I leave it there and I get all the benefits. I get all the vitamins, etc. But you can do that with a lesser priced oil as well. So are expensive oils worth it? The answer is no, they're not worth it, okay? Because I just told you what they're selling you on, okay? If you have any questions or any tips, or you have found, something from a small brand that you love, I'm a big proponent of the small brands that we have here on the continent, specifically, in Canada. I support Canadian brands from coast to coast, including one of the newest, which is Blooming Wild Botanicals from Nova Scotia, that I think makes such gorgeous products in beautiful packaging with amazing ingredients in there. They're not paying Penelope Cruz to tell you that that's what she's wearing. That's part of where the marketing money goes as well. So please support local. Please support your brands in your nation or in your neighboring nation if you can. And I trust that your skin is going to feel amazing. I know you're going to see beautiful results. I have so many amazing Google reviews and customers, raving about the fact that I got them to use an oil and their skin is looking fabulous. All right. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I want to thank you for being here and supporting my channel. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any comments on what I covered today. Please pop them below. And again, thank you for being here, and I'll catch you on another video.